Hey guys, I want to go ahead and talk about how to find the inverse of a function algebraically. And it's pretty simple. What we're going to do is we're going to do the switch and solve method. So we're going to switch the x and the y. And remember, this is the same thing as y. So the x is just going to go here. And then I'm going to have my y plus 6 to the third power cubed. And remember, now that we have this, it's very important to remember your order of operations, or what students call PEMDAS. Okay, first we want to undo addition subtraction. So instead of minus 2, we're going to add 2 on both sides, just like so. And remember, this does not become 2x, it becomes x plus 2. And then we're left with y plus 6 cubed. Then we're going to undo addition subtraction, but I'm sorry, multiplication division. But if you notice, nothing's being multiplied here. So we move on to exponents. So in order to get rid of or simplify the cube, we have to take the cube root on both sides. Okay, so that's going to simplify the cube. That's going to leave us with y plus 6. And over here, we're going to have the cube root of x plus 2. Alright, lastly, well, we're going to undo whatever's inside the parentheses. And you notice we had a y plus 6. So this, instead of adding 6, we're going to subtract 6, and it becomes the cube root of x plus 2. Now the minus 6 goes next to, okay, right outside the cube root, and becomes a y, or a y to the negative 1. So your final response is f to the negative 1, which means it's the inverse, becomes the cube root of x plus 2 with a minus 6 on the outside. Alright, now I want to go ahead and do one a little bit more complicated. We're going to go ahead and switch our x and our y, and this one, okay, much the same way. We have to isolate the y, and you have two y's. So I'm going to go ahead and make this into a fraction and cross multiply, and this becomes 2yx or 2xy. Over on the right side, we cross multiply, we get y plus 3. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this guy over here so I can combine him with the y. So I'm going to have 2yx, the plus y becomes a minus y on the other side. Now here we're going to use a strategy here. We're going to go ahead and factor out the y. And we're left with 2x minus 1 is equal to 3. Now you see it's isolated, and we're going to go ahead and divide because that means multiplication. Okay. That simplifies. You're going to get y, which is y inverse, becomes 3 divided by 2x minus 1, or the proper notation f inverse of x, 3 divided by 2x minus 1. Alright? And I want to go ahead and do one more, which is a little bit more complicated, kind of like a level 3 question. Same difference. Okay, x plus 4. We're going to go ahead and switch our x and our y. So we have y plus 4. Let's make that into a fraction. So we're going to cross multiply. Put my equal sign in the middle. 1 times y is y. Over here, you notice you're going to get x times the quantity y plus 4. Now, I'm going to go ahead and distribute this time because I want to isolate my y's. xy plus 4x is equal to y. Now I want to organize everything so that the y's are together. And in this case, I think I'm going to take the 4x over here. So the y becomes a negative y. The plus 4x becomes a negative 4x. Now I do much the same thing. I factor out a y. You have x minus 1 equals negative 4x. I keep it up. Divide both sides by x minus 1. So your inverse becomes negative 4x over or divided by x minus 1. Alright guys, hopefully that helps. Shoot me a message if it doesn't. I'll make some more videos. Thank you.